Hi, and welcome to Cape Henlopen in Lewis, Delaware, as we bring you the game of the year in lacrosse for high school between Salesianum and Cape Henlopen. This is going to be a great game between the Vikings and the Sows, 1 versus 2. At least we hope it's going to be a great game. I'm Craig Leskowski here with my colleague Jason Winchell and Mike Lang right outside the door on camera. Thanks for joining us here on the 302 Sports Network. This one is a big one, Jay.
Yeah, it really is. Two great teams. One in the national rankings, one just sitting outside the national rankings. This is going to be great.
Yeah, Salesianum right inside the top 25 nationally ranked lacrosse teams in the country. It's crazy to think of. And then Cape Henlopen sitting right outside. Delaware has grown leaps and bounds when it's come to lacrosse, and these two teams have been at the forefront of it as they've met in the state championship game each of the last 5 seasons. 5 seasons, I believe? Yeah, I think it's 5 seasons. And they line up now. There was a pregame ceremony. We did not air the national anthem or the pregame ceremony, but we are here, ready to go. 12 minutes on the clock. As the teams face off from one another.
Maybe because, like you said, the sound system.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, they had some technical difficulties here at Cape Henlopen, but we've worked through them. Thanks to the AD Kevin. He is fantastic, takes great care of us here as both teams take the field. Speaking of technical difficulties, we're sorry if we just blew your ears out. And here we go.
Face-offs are going to be very important today, Craig.
Oh, you
and
know
ground ball pickups.
You know I'm going to talk about face-offs.
Yes, I do.
Absolutely.
And here we go. Craig Cape's going on the run.
Brennan Short trying to make a play there as the game starts. But he's caught from behind by that speedy Sally's defense. One thing you notice about the Salesianum defense is they're fast, they're long. It's not just like a lot of teams that put their big dudes back there. They put some of their fastest players on defense.
Yeah, it's very solid defense. Your schedule, I think they played 4 nationally ranked teams so far this year.
And now Jacob Garrity taking it up himself.
Now, if you're Cape, you want to hurry up and go down here.
Yeah, you want to try to wing it down. I mean, you can see right now, I think that's Schatz down there, but they had an opportunity to get it to him, but alas, Garrity is now back in the goal.
Yeah, but he's probably a little tired.
He took a little sprint down the field, and now we have Tara Borelli. Always a challenge with names. Tara Borelli was knocked down, and there's a flag on the play.
So Cape will have the first man-up advantage of the game.
You want to take advantage of this at your Cape Henlopen. Salesianum, once they get on you, they pour it on. They smell blood in the water. If you can try to get a couple goals, control the pace of this game early, that'd be big. Right now, let's see, that's Brenner Short who's going to start with it.
If you want to beat Sally's, you got to beat them in the special team area.
Yeah, they're just going to work it around here. The old 5-in-a-box drill. Short up top. There's the shot, and the first goal of the game goes to Cape Henlopen. That's number 18, Grant Conway, I believe, on the goal.
That was tic-tac-toe passing, Craig. And that's how you want to set up the man advantage. You want to make sure everyone can touch it, and they did a great job there of in a great shot, and they get the early lead. Which, remember, last year in the state championship game, they had a big early lead in that one. So it's always important when you play Sally's to get that out to a lead.
Yeah, Cape has always been good when it comes to Sally's with having that game plan of trying to control the pace and slow the game down. You don't want to try to – it's like trying to run with a run-and-gun basketball team. It's just not going to work. Now, quick shot by Salesianum, but it's taken by the defenseman Tate Morrow. And now there's Trench.
Yeah, Trench is going to be the difference today in goal for Cape Henlopen.
He's excellent goalie.
Yep.
And there's Grabski. Back to Short, and he's going to put one in now. Brenner Short with a rocket from almost the same spot, and a 2-0 lead for Cape Henlopen, just like that.
That's how you want to do it, right? You're at home. Get the home crowd behind you. Get out to an early 2-0 lead. They're playing great defensively and have converted now on both offensive possessions.
And you know me, I'm usually big on whoever wins the face-offs is going to win the game. Salesianum's won the first 2 face-offs, and they're down 2-0.
Yeah, that's
There's Tara Borelli again. Wins the face-off, but then gets the stick just taken from him.
That's how you do it, right? If you're going to lose the face-off, at least slash the stick out of it. He's eventually going to have to drop the ball.
I mean, what a perfect stick check that was. And now Cape will roll back.
Only problem up here is I can't hear the whistles, Craig.
Yeah, it's up here where there is some, what's the word I'd look for, logistical issues when it comes to acoustics. They also said that they blew out their they were struck by lightning recently, and they blew out their speakers.
That's probably why we didn't have the player introductions.
Oh, that is probably true.
Yeah.
And here comes Grabski.
At least you could
working
get
it
the
around.
band to do the national anthem.
And there's Smith up top. Channing Smith. He gets the ball back to Brenner Short. And back to Grabski. And they're just going to play catch up top, set up their offense.
That's what you want to do when you play Salesianum is control the possession.
Absolutely.
Because that's your best defense.
It's basically like that team in football that runs the ball to run the clock. Not a really good pass by Channing there. And now they go for the ball. There's a little push without possession. I don't see a call on it, but we'll play on. We're going to let them play a little physical here. And that ball goes over the end line, goes over the midline.
So that should be, is that an over and back?
Appears so. And Short will try to start, but the refs will hold him up for a brief second, get everything set. Grabski also coming off. Now they're going to cycle their offense again. Short will clear through. There's Smith to Grabski. Grabski over to Smith. Brendan Smith. Back up to Grabski. Loose ball. Big hit in the middle there. Ryan Morgan.
Tell you what, this game's been physical.
Ooh. Brenner Short just got, when you see that happen, when you see that ball pop up like that, that means somebody got the bottom hand perfectly.
Yeah.
And when someone takes a shot, and you always want to go for that bottom hand, and that's exactly what happens when that happens. See that ball fly up in the air when somebody gets the bottom hand. Now Grabski try to dodge up top, but he's got a long pole on him. And it's not going very well for him. As he'll try to go back to the X position, but roll back around with his left hand. Now we'll go to the right. Great defense by Salesianum right now. That was Dodia on defense, one of the best players in the country, if not definitely one of the best players in the state. There's Smith with a shot, underhand. That goes wide.
And I don't think I don't know if Cape had backup back there.
They didn't. He took when you take an underhand shot like that, you hope you have somebody at X. In that case, he did not. Now Salesianum will take over. The aforementioned Dodio will bring it up.
Sally's just hasn't had any offense yet.
Not yet. They haven't even really set up.
No.
They haven't really.
Everything's you had the goalie fast break. You had a fast break off the face-off, and then the other one was slashed out of the stick. They really haven't got anything set up, and this is their first chance to set up their offense.
And that was Strohmeyer who got it over there. Then Richard Jewell dodging up top.
And
he's hounded by Eric Uffelman.
Yeah. And this is where Sally's set up from behind the net.
If you look at Strohmeyer right now, he is ready for that shot. And now he has the ball. Good pass. A good look over to Jacob Getty underneath, but he had lost his footing a little bit. And now Dodia just absolutely hounding Uffelman. He gets the ball out. Now Sally's on the fast break, but they're going to roll back. Smart play there by Drew Mata. But a Great save there by Trench.
Yeah, that was a great shot.
Ooh, bad pass there, and again, Tate Morrow on the save.
By Rutura had the shot for Salesianum.
Yeah, Trench with a great save, and then Morrow there to save it going out of bounds. Right now, Cape playing some good fundamental ball. But great defense again by Salesianum. It's just you don't have much time. When you touch the ball, they are right on you. Now they're going to try to clear out.
That's why I say you have to score when you get man-up advantages, because that's a chance where they can't apply as much pressure as they'd like to apply.
That's Patrick Healy up top with the ball. Give it over to Carter Nemchik to short, and they'll go back around to X to Braddock Smith, and again rolling it back up. And they're short. Nemchik trying to dodge, but nothing there. Rolling back up top with the left hand is Healy. And now short. Trying to dodge a long pole. Once again, probably not smart when it comes to Salesianum. You want to look for your shorty matchup. So far, they can't find it. It looks like their shorty matchup would be on Nemchik if they can get him the ball. And now he does have the ball and the shorty matchup. And immediately gives it up.
It's a great pick.
Was a great pick, but whew, what a save there by Garrity.
We have two great goalies today. Trent's probably the best in the state. Garrity might be second best in the state.
Oh, definitely. There's 1 versus 2 all over this field when it comes to matchups. Almost a fast break attempt there, but Sally's will set it up. Got a great night for lacrosse here. A little chilly, but it's early spring.
Right, yeah. You get some chilly nights down here off this water.
And then there's Brendan Nuri back there at X. We certainly recognize that name. And there he is. His brother, very good from that X position. Ooh, and that was a perfect pass. Just a errant shot that went a little over the top there by Drew Mata. Drew Mata, who is committed to Marquette, I believe. Salesianum cycles around. There's the aforementioned Nuri.
And Mato's only a junior.
Yeah.
There's not many seniors that start for the Salesianum team, so.
Yeah, they're going to be good. This year, next year, and probably forever as at this point. That's just what I assume. Good charge there from X. Even better. Save there by. Ooh.
And you normally don't see a bad pass from Salesianum.
That's what I was just about to say. I was like, ooh, the rare bad pass there, especially from Nuri. And now Cape will go the other way. Right now, Cape playing the ball game that they want to play.
This kind of reminds me, Sally's played Manheim Township last Friday night. Slow first quarter, for Sally's offense. Then they picked it up the remaining 3 quarters. But right now, Cape is controlling the play.
And they're short again. Great save by Garrity. Second straight great save. I mean, these are shots that go in against 90% of goalies. And now Sally's trying to break the other way. That's number 26, Nicholas Pompey, another name we recommend. And then right underneath, wow, point-blank shot there by Jacob Getty. And
wow.
Trench with the save.
Great save by Trench. He's having a great game. He wants that 302 sports chain.
Yeah, he knows that we got the 302 gold chain up here. And he's playing for it. Early candidate for player of the game here in the first quarter with, well, both goalies have made fantastic saves to start this game.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's been a really well-played game. Great game plan for Cape Henlopen coming in here.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. As I'm in the way of some officials here. A little cramped up here in the media booth. Our apologies. And there was Rocco Pompey with the ball. A couple Pompeys out there right now. And the shot from the point. Nothing going, so Brendan Nuri will take it from X.
I like that shot up because you know you have backup.
Yeah, it's worth it when you know you're probably going to get another opportunity even if you miss wide. Oh, great takeaway there by Cape, and they're going to start
right
the other
now.
way.
I've been really impressed by Cape's defense.
Yeah, this is Marshall Keys who
That's
gets
gotta be a
tripped up.
penalty.
Yeah, that's going to be a trip, but he gets right back up. And now Cape, stolen. But once you get possession,
Penalty.
that starts the penalty.
Yep.
Let's see who the penalty was on there. Looked like number 9 for Salesianum, Jacob Getty.
So Cape, who's 1 for 1 on the man up, will go to their second man up. These are key in these games. You want to stay out of the penalty area if you can, and you got to take advantage when you go on the man up situation.
And now Cape trying to get going, setting up their EMO cycle, their extra man on cycle. Oh, that was a good look underneath there, but he got a little ahead of himself, did Braddock Smith. And now Salesianum.
And then, Craig, when you're man down, when you do get possession of the ball, sometimes you just like to kill the remaining time if you can.
Exactly. And now when you have,
Yeah, that's not
an errant throw to start.
And right now, Cape's just picking up every loose ball when Sally's is making the mistakes, and then credit to them. And here we go. Fast break.
That's a missed opportunity there as Ryan Morgan was on the doorstep. They didn't find him.
Fell into the crease. But he was pushed into the crease.
Man, was it X there? I thought Garrity. Garrity's calling out. He's hollering at his defenseman right now. I don't think he likes the slides that were happening.
That's what you want from your defensive leader.
Absolutely. And then there's Grabsky. He'll go to his left over to short. Back to X to Smith.
10 seconds.
Yeah, 10 seconds left on the penalty, and they throw it away. Sally somehow stays in bounds.
They got to shoot it. They got to shoot it. They got to shoot it.
Oh.
A great save by Trench.
And another save by Trench. And there's some pushing and shoving after the play. Getting a little chippy. But what a great first quarter we had there. 2-0. Cape controlling the play, surprisingly. And I'm looking forward to the second quarter.
Yeah, that was a great action, first quarter action. And both teams playing really well on the defensive end. But right now it's been the goalies. The goalies have made some great saves. Cape takes advantage of the one-man-up situation on a pretty passing play. And they get the 2-0 lead after one quarter. I don't think 2-0 was on my bingo card for first quarter score tonight for either team.
Not at all.
But that's what it's going to be here tonight. And like I said, these two teams, you got Salesianum, nationally ranked, I think 24th last time I saw. You got Cape Henlopen just outside the rankings, who beat a very good Bullis team this year. Also played Radnor very tough in the loss. I think people will see the record and say, Sally's got 3 losses, Cape has 2 losses. Yeah, well, it's because both of them have stepped up their schedule with their out-of-state team against ranked teams.
Yeah.
And so that's
At this point, Salesianum's almost playing more out-of-state teams than they are in-state teams.
Yeah, they're in a stretch where they have Cape tonight, and they have Iona Prep on Saturday, and then Malvern Prep the following Saturday. I mean, that's a tough 3-game stretch for this team.
That's Murderer's Row.
Yeah, and so, they got Iona Prep at home. They're down here, and then they're at Malvern, so not an easy schedule. Craig, Sally's played 2 games at Notre Dame this year and 1 game at Penn State University, so they're used to traveling. So
They certainly are. Getting to play at Notre Dame, I thought that was so cool,
Yeah.
especially for a school that models itself very similarly to that Notre Dame style.
And it's weird because both games, I think one started at 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning and one at 8 o'clock on Sunday morning. So they were two early games, but they got the Georgia trip out there. And in the afternoon of that Saturday, they got to watch number 1 Notre Dame versus number 2 North Carolina in Lacrosse. So not a
That's awesome.
bad weekend up there
It's a great weekend.
for the team. And Cape's also played some good road trips this year. So
Now, second quarter, about to get underway. Taraborelli, who's won all the faceoffs, he gets the little plunger push there. But that's the second time that Mason Jack has lost the faceoff, but just stayed with it and been able to take it away from Taraborelli. Now we got I'm not sure if that's is that a stick down? Oh, a broken stick. You don't see that a lot. But I tell you what, that just shows you how physical this game has been so far. You do not see a lot of broken lacrosse sticks.
no.
It's not hockey. That's expensive too.
I was at Friday night. I was at Sally's game and Drew Mata's stick broke in half.
Wow.
He drops it on the field, Craig. There wasn't a whistle for 2.5 minutes, and that stick stayed laying on the field. It was crazy.
Wow. Yeah, you don't see sticks break a lot in lacrosse. However, nowadays they're made of lighter materials than back when I played. Now, Salesianum starting the cycle. Nice move there, but another save by Trench.
Yeah, he's been really good.
Yeah.
And not shockingly. I mean, that's the type of player he is.
Yeah, he had a great season last year. Had a rough time in that state championship game as they started hitting him with some high shots, but he's one of the, turnover, and now an open net. Trench trying to get back. It's 1-0, and he misses the net. Wow. That was Richard Jewell with just nobody in front of him and Trench, and he misses the net completely.
That's where I think he was trying to pick out the far corner, Craig, and, you got a chance there. You got I think he was just trying to be too particular with Trench getting back there, and that's what a good goalie will do.
Wow. And
now they're waving it off.
Oh.
I don't know what the call was. But I don't think people realize it yet. That was no goal.
Wow, Brenner Short with a rocket. I thought he just snuck one in there, but apparently there was a call we missed on the far side
I
of the
thought
field.
it was an illegal pick, Craig. Can they call an illegal pick? Because I think that was the signal I saw.
Well, yeah, it's almost like basketball. You can pick, but you can't, like, lay somebody out. So that goal waved off. What a shame. It was a heck of a shot. And now there's Althouse, who is a monster for Salesianum. Probably will see him light the lamp a few times today. There's Nuri to Althouse, and then a great save by Trench.
That was one of the best saves I've seen. I mean, Mott was right on the doorstep. Tried to go 5-hole, and he closed that 5-hole. Can he play hockey?
Yeah, well, but I'll tell you what, as one of the shorter goalies in the state, he covers that goal so well.
You are so right.
And now Cape trying to get in their offense.
This Cape defense and goalies, when's the last time Sally's hasn't scored in a quarter and 3 minutes into a second quarter?
Yeah, 15 minutes of game time. And now Cape Henlopen with the patient offense. They're going to work it around. Grapsky up top. He's going to try to dodge the long pole, and he takes a shot that's long, but he has help back there at X, and they'll retain possession. Braddock Smith up top again.
If Cape, you don't mind this. You don't mind having a good possession time here with the 2-goal lead.
Not at all. Nice move by Smith, and he tries to sneak it in, but Garrity with the great save. Again, these goalies on display.
I'll tell you right now, the top two for the chain might be the two goalies.
And now we're going to have a call for that cross check on number 3, Carter Nemchik. Threw a little bit of a late hit there after the ball was out of his possession, and they're going to get him for it.
And this is where Sally's the other night against Manheim. I think they were 5 for 5 in man ups.
Yeah, they have an absolutely deadly EMO, and they usually work pretty quickly.
This will be Sally's first man up, I believe.
This will be their first opportunity on the EMO for the game. Let's see if they can light the lamp and get on the board as they set up their offense. Working quickly, moving quickly. Nuri with the ball up top now. It's over to Trent Mata. Althouse. Again, quick cycle here as they're going to continue to cycle as they set up their offense. Now they reverse it. Nuri, good pass. Shot just a little high by Althouse. And Trench makes the save.
And great job dodging the oncoming checks. He's able to get it to his defenseman.
20 seconds left on the penalty, but they still do have to clear. They'll still be Holton to the 10-second clear. And they get it over the line. Great clear.
Yeah, that was probably 9.5 seconds.
Only 7 seconds left on the EMO.
Well, that's got to be a whistle.
Yeah, we're going to have a whistle here with only 3 seconds remaining on the penalty. So far, a lot of action in this game. And a flag.
Yeah, I think it was a penalty on Salesianum.
Okay.
I think.
I missed the penalty part of that. I thought it was maybe a minor infraction to stop play. I didn't realize there was a flag down.
Yeah, sometimes you can't see that flag.
And we'll get you that information. Looks like listed it would be number 2, if I'm correct here, with a 1-minute non-releasable, and that's Dante Ratura, the senior.
He's had the best offense, one of the better offense chances for Sally's earlier in that first quarter. Now he's in the box.
And now Cape will start their EMO cycle. There's Short, who had the goal taken off the board momentarily, moments ago.
Cape is 1 for 2 on the man up. Oh, that's a good play right there. And I'll tell you what, you want some heading tonight?
Man, this is physical so far. And you're seeing why Adam Doty is one of the best defensive players in the country. Oh, just tried to run right through him there, Rocco Pompey. He did. Just ran right through him.
He said, I'll clear it myself.
Yeah, that's a personal clear as he just runs right through the defense, throws a few shoulders, and now we have even strength for both teams as Ratura's out of the box. Now up top to Althouse. Back to Getty. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Nuri. Then Nuri back up to Althouse. There's Donahue. Back to X. Up top again. That's Strohmeyer on the wing. Strohmeyer to Althouse with a rocket, and that one goes wide. But Nuri was back there at X, and they'll retain possession.
That's why it's always important to have someone in X position sometimes just to be backup on the shots.
Yeah, and the fact that it's Brennan Nuri just makes everything that much better because then you get to start from X with one of the best X players in the state. Now here's that's Strohmeyer on the wing, back up to Althouse, the lefty. There's Donahue. He's got the shorty matchup, and he's going to take it, but he'll swing it back to Nuri at X, who can't handle it, and it goes wide. And, all right. Yeah, they're going to say that ball went out. And Cape, Maybe not. All right. Now, play resumes, and it is a clear for Cape. Cape trying to get it over the line. They do, but completely just hounded here. And now play will stop as it's starting to get a little chippy.
Call another.
They call timeout.
Okay, that's right.
Timeout there by Cape Henlopen.
The good timeout because he was close to being pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, it's a smart timeout.
And so he's trying to fling a pass. And so good timeout by Cape to get it before anything. But, man, what a
It's one of those games where you try to call it, even from our
Yes.
perspective. You try to call it, and it's almost difficult to just because of all the action that's happening all over the field. It's like a sensory overload when you have two teams like this that are just going at it.
right now.
Physically, emotionally.
I'll tell you what, it's been great checking. The goaltenders have been fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
And, you said the one advantage that always has is winning faceoffs. But when you don't have many faceoffs, it's that favors Cape too. So I mean, it's
1,000%
it's
correct.
a great game plan by the Vikings here tonight, and they're up 2-0. Kind of like we said, not with the score we kind of expected, but kind of the game we expected. We didn't think it was going to be, a 4 or 5 goal game. This is going to be one of those ones where it's going to be come right down to the wire. And with 5:10 left in the half. Here, Cape's got the 2-0 lead looking to add on.
And I feel like your point about the faceoffs is just spot on. Salesianum wins so many faceoffs because they have one of the best faceoff guys in the country. They always do. Every year almost, it seems like. But when you're minimizing the faceoffs and controlling the possession like Cape Henlopen is, then you're not going to get those fast breaks off the faceoffs because there's only been, 2-3 faceoffs in this entire game?
Right, and like we said, Cape went up 2-0, and they didn't win either of the first 2 faceoffs.
And now they're going to start here. Brenner short. Top to Grapsky. As they go around the horn now. Braddock Smith playing their X position. That's Channing Smith up top. He'll roll back, but he's being completely hounded there. But he gets a step. Oh, but he's checked from behind. Great play there by the Salesianum defense. And now they're going to try to run a fast break, but the ball gets away. Now the Salesianum attack trying to get involved.
They picked it up, and I think they got the timeout.
Yeah, they got the timeout. That's a great defensive play there by Salesianum.
I feel like both teams, we've seen so many stick checks from both teams.
Yeah.
That as an offensive player, you're trying to cradle it, and they just come and knock it right out of your stick.
Yeah, like kind of what I was talking about earlier on the shot that went way up, and I said the bottom hand, that's evidence of somebody hitting the bottom hand. Right now, everybody's hunting those bottom hands, and when you get the bottom hand on somebody that's just cradling a little too far away from their body, you're going to get some of these sticks go flying like we've seen. I think there was another broken stick I just saw.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen 2 broken sticks in one game.
I've seen now 3 in the last 2 games I've been at. I mean, that's incredible. Like you said, you normally don't see that.
You don't see it. Those sticks are carbon fiber. I mean, they're not really supposed to break in half. But when you got 2 of the teams playing this physical, you're going to see things that you don't normally see. And Salesianum will retain possession. Down 2-0. However, when these teams have played in the past, especially games that we have called, Salesianum seems to hit a different gear in the second half every single time.
Yeah, just ask last year's state championship game.
Yeah. Which was played out similar to what's happening right now. Where Cape controlled the play, was up by a few, and then Sally's just hit the gas.
In the second half.
Now there's Strohmeyer. Pass up to Althouse. He's going to pass it to Nuri. Nuri up top. Strohmeyer on the side. Back up to Nuri. Nuri to Althouse. Althouse has the shorty matchup. He's going to try to dodge. Outside to Nuri again. And that's Getty up to Althouse from the top. And that one goes begging wide. but I believe Salesianum was able to retain possession. That was Drew Mata chasing.
Kind of different offensive look there because Neary was out up top instead of the X position.
And there's Mata started, Althouse up. Yeah, you're right. Nuri playing on the wing and up top. A little different than usual. Oh, tripped up a little bit there is Richard Jewell. And then the shot from Althouse. The lefty shot and Trench with another low save.
That's a 10-bell save right there because that shot was moving. That had some velocity on it.
He stepped into that, and it just did not matter. Trench made a great save.
And Sally's will get the turnover.
I think if you're Salesianum, you got to think of starting to challenge Trench high because they're shooting these low shots on him, and he's just eating them all up.
Yeah, you got to change his eye level right now.
Yeah, exactly. They're trying to beat him low, and he's just making these great saves. Great save after great save. Now Strohmeyer up top. Going to get it going. There's Nuri on the far wing. Over to Jewell. Jewell dodging. He has the shorty matchup. And then there's Nuri. Strohmeyer again up top. Jewell waiting, looked like he was going to take the shot. Now he tries to take the shot, but the bottom hand eaten up again by that Cape defense. But they retain possession, and now Mata walking in alone, and he scores. The turnover by Cape Henlopen, and Mata walks in and puts it far side, and the first goal given up by the Vikings and the first goal given up by Trench.
I think Trench got a piece of that, too.
That's the same shot that Mata wanted before that he missed wide. This time, he does not miss it, and he makes it a 2-1 game. Salesianum's first goal coming with 2 minutes and 25 seconds left in the second quarter.
Yeah, isn't that they almost went 2 whole quarters without getting the goal. And if you ask me, we only had 3 goals at this point, I'd tell you were crazy.
Now Brenner short.
Yeah, Cape wins some face-off.
Yeah, very impressive. First face-off win of the night for the Vikings. Brenner Short will take it up top. Brenner Short been very, very impressive tonight. And there's number 4, Alan Grapsky, who's also done a lot of ball handling tonight. He's got the shorty matchup, and he's going to try to take him from midfield. Switches to the left, rolls back to the right, double team coming. He's got to find the open man. He does in the middle. Wide open, and they score. What a beautifully set up play there by the Cape Henlopen Vikings and executed almost to perfection. Braddock Smith puts it in.
That's the answer, right? When Sally's gets the goal, cuts it to 1, what do? You win a face-off. Great offense execution, great passing, and Cape is able to get the 2-goal lead back. That was, again, some tic-tac-toe passing. Both teams have been outstanding with the passing today.
And that was Mason Jack on the face-off win before, and now he's back in the face-off circle. Let's see if he can make it 2 in a row. But now the clamp face-off won this time.
A loose ball.
By Luka Joseph, but in the end, Cape Henlopen ends up with the ball.
Yeah. Good stick check, gets it out.
Yeah, and they're going to call a timeout. And what you're seeing there is you can win a face-off, but then if you don't exit properly, as they call it the face-off exit, that's key. You can win the face-off, but if you don't exit and you get the ball stolen from you, what's it matter?
Don't matter, right? Because Cape gets possession. It's called their second timeout.
Exactly. So a good face-off win there by Salesianum, but a bad exit, and the defense of Cape gets the ball back for them. And they're going to have possession here with 90 seconds remaining in this first half, where they are up 3-1 against the mighty Sals. going to keep it right here for the remainder of the timeout. Salesianum comes back onto the field. Cape still in their huddle. Right now, Cape doing exactly what they wanted to do. When we spoke with them before the game, they said possession and limit Salesianum's opportunities, and that is exactly what they are doing right now.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, both exactly what they drew up, right, as far as the game plan. And here, minute 29, you can be patient on offense with 2-goal lead. Maybe get one more here before halftime.
Yeah, if I were Cape, I would try to hold for that last shot and not give Salesianum any momentum going into the half. And here's Short. Short playing catch up top. Now the Braddock Smith, who normally plays X all the way up top, he'll clear through.
Yeah, we've seen both teams kind of switch up their offense at points here today.
Yeah, it's very impressive to watch as all these players are so versatile. And they're going to play a little bit of catch now, looking for the opportunity. It's Grant Conway in there in the middle of Short and Grabsky. Conway and Grabsky will switch, and Grabsky with the ball. Over to Conway. Back down to Smith at X.
This is exactly how you draw it up.
Exactly. You just want to play catch with some of your best ball handlers and then set up your play. Most likely, my guess is going to be either from X or up top with a shorty matchup. And they try to go cross field. They find Smith in the middle, but it's stolen by Dodia. And he'll go the far way. And now you got a fast break for Sally's with 10 seconds left. They're going to try to tic-tac-toe this one into the net. Open look, and they score. That is exactly what you wanted to do if you were Sally's, and exactly what you didn't want to do if you were Cape Henlopen.
Yeah, I thought Sally's might call timeout. They had one left, but like you said, they got the fast break, so why not take advantage of it? And they do. And that's a big turnaround because Cape had a chance to go up 3. Instead, now they go down. It's only up 1 with 7 seconds left.
Well, it's a head-scratcher because you want to make that the last possession, and instead with 15 seconds left, you make an errant pass across the formation. It's just not exactly how you want to end it for Cape, but if you're Salesianum, perfect ending to the first half. And who knows, 5 seconds left. Does not look like they're going to be able to do anything here, and the first half will end 3-2. But a great first half if you're Cape Henlopen, but Sally's takes the momentum.
Yeah, like you said, a well-played half for Cape Henlopen. Everything you drew up happened, but like you said, at the end, it's Sally's taking the momentum into halftime with that late goal in the last few seconds of the half.
We'll have a 10-minute intermission here, 3-2. We'll take a little break here at 302 Sports. Thanks for joining us. Once again, I'm Craig Laskowski here with Jason Winchell and Mike Lang. We'll see you for the second half.
I think I've always known he was going to do something like this. He did not want to do active duty because he wants to do college first. I think that was the biggest thing for him, instead of waiting and then doing college after.
One of the differences I noticed when he came back from basic training, he was more organized in how he's going about things a little bit. I know he commented that a lot of things his classmates would do that it didn't bother him before, but now he realizes, because he's been outside of high school, I think maybe he's a little more responsible.
He's thinking about his future a lot more. He talks about it and the different possibilities. And he mentioned the ROTC program as well. And he said, I could graduate as an officer. And so I was kind of excited when he mentioned that he could do that as well.
I would just tell people, if their son or daughter was considering the National Guard, that I think it's a great opportunity. I think it's something that can really help somebody grow. And at the same time, you're serving your country, which is a great thing too. So I think it's a good opportunity.
Get assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822.
Turn your vision into a reality with Capstone Homes Design Center, bringing personalization, luxury, and quality all into one location, where you'll meet with our certified design consultant that'll show you exactly what you're choosing, so you can make the best choice for you when designing your new home. From first home to vacation houses, we build and design homes for everyone. Set up your appointment now and design your dream home today at Capstone Homes.
Wraps, signs, banners, and promotional items that can help your business stand out from the rest. Looking for an excellent way to convey a professional image? Customized promotional products are the perfect way to target new customers, increase employee retention, and boost your brand awareness. Let the professionals at Cassidy Graphics bring your advertising ideas to life. Give them a call today at 302-326-2412. Again, that number is 302-326-2412. Again, Cassidy Graphics brings your advertising ideas to life.
First State Orthopedics has 46 physicians and 22 physician's assistants at 16 locations across the state of Delaware. We provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for a variety of orthopedic conditions, are specially trained in current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physicians for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to all local emergency departments, medical aid units, and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Give us a call today at 302-731-2888 or visit us online at firststateortho.com. First State Orthopedics has 46 physicians and 22 physician's assistants at 16 locations across the state of Delaware. We provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for a variety of orthopedic conditions, are specially trained in current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physicians for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to all local emergency departments, medical aid units, and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Give us a call today at 302-731-2888 or visit us online at firststateortho.com.
Matt's Fish Camp has 3 locations, all conveniently located on Route 1 in Lewis, Bethany Beach, and Fenwick Island. Matt serves fresh seafood, coastal classics, and Sussex County comfort food. With an array of camp cocktails, craft ales, and a carefully selected wine list, there's something for everyone on the menu. Matt's is the place you can bring your family for dinner, grab lunch during the week, or hang with friends at happy hour. Each location offers unique outdoor dining and a raw bar featuring fresh, local oysters. Open daily for lunch and dinner. Stop into Matt's Fish Camp in Lewis, Bethany, or Fenwick.
Paint Doctor, making house calls for your sick walls. Richard C. Edwards Jr., the owner of Paint Doctor, started it all in 2002. Paint Doctor prides itself on its personal yet professional approach to working with customers and holds itself to the highest standards with all projects. The Paint Doctor staff follows one main objective when performing our services. Customers and their homes are treated with the utmost respect. Our workmanship and quality of personnel is demanded at every step of the project. We treat your home as we would expect someone to treat ours. Preparation before painting is paramount. Just open the door and we will handle the rest. Paint Doctor also believes in a strong community involvement as well by supporting several local sporting teams, leagues, and schools. Paint Doctor services include interior and exterior painting as well as carpentry. Please visit our website at paintdoctorpainting.com for information or coupons to help with your next job.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
The Clubhouse at Baywood is a full-service restaurant and premier wedding and event venue in coastal Delaware. Located just a few miles from Lewis and Rehoboth Beach, this all-inclusive venue features breathtaking views, stunning indoor and outdoor spaces, and a team of professionals to help you plan your dream wedding. From our in-house florist to our award-winning culinary team, we will take care of everything, making sure your day will be one to remember. Reach out today to schedule your tour at Baywood.
From Fenwick Island to Middletown, Surf Bagel is your go-to spot for fresh baked bagels and good vibes. We're open daily from 6:30 a.m. to 2 p.m., serving up breakfast and lunch favorites like our specialty wraps, made-to-order salads, tasty smoothies, and locally roasted coffee. Be sure to check out our iconic merch, the perfect way to wear the beach life wherever you go. Dine in and enjoy the beach atmosphere or grab your order to go and hit the road. We're stoked to serve you soon.
Turn your vision into a reality with Capstone Homes Design Center, bringing personalization, luxury, and quality all into one location, where you'll meet with our certified design consultant that'll show you exactly what you're choosing, so you can make the best choice for you when designing your new home. From first home to vacation houses, we build and design homes for everyone. Set up your appointment now and design your dream home today at Capstone Homes.
Welcome back to Lewis, Delaware, where we have a heck of a game going on between number 1 Salesianum and number 2 Cape Henlopen. It is 3-2. Thanks for joining us here at 302 Sports. I'm Craig Leskowski here with Jason Winchell and Mike Lang, and we are about to start the second half of this 3-2 matchup.
Yeah, what a great first half, Craig. We had everything. Hard hitting, great defense, great goaltending, and only 5 total goals.
Broken sticks. And now Salesianum possesses to start the second half, and they're going to try to cycle their offense. There's Nuri on the near wing. And they're going to move the ball around, a little more patience. There's Chase Donahue. He'll wing it around. That's Mata. Strohmeyer coming in. Looked like he was going to take the shot, but instead passes it down. Up top to Nuri. Ooh, there was an opportunity there, but pass a little high there by Chase Donahue, excuse me.
A great job when the pass went high just to gain control and then settle it back down.
Absolutely. Strohmeyer. Pass down to X. There's Nuri. Ooh, he wound up but thought better of it. Got it up top to Jewell. Now Jewell resets back to Nuri. Nuri with the shot. That one caught something on the way in and goes wide, but Salesianum will retain possession as Drew Mata was back at the X position.
Our cameraman said he thought it hit his knee.
Yeah, it hit something on the way in. And there's Nuri on the near side wing. Patiently prodding. Good pass there by Donahue. But Getty couldn't get out of the grasp of the Cape defense. And that was a shot there by Richard Jewell right underneath that up and under shot. They'll retain possession, and here's Nuri on the near side wing. So far, Salesianum controlling the first 2 minutes of this second half. Back up top, Strohmeyer.
That's
over
been
to Nuri.
Very patient offense.
Wow, what a pass there by Nuri. Brennan Nuri with an absolute dime of a pass, and I believe Drew Mata ends up burying it, if I'm not mistaken.
I couldn't tell if it was 5 or 9.
Me neither. It's either Jacob Getty or Drew Mata.
I want to say it was Getty.
Maybe Jacob Getty puts that in, but I tell you what, that play was made by Brennan Nuri. What a pass.
Yeah.
He threaded the needle. And we don't have any announcements here. As we told you, the speakers were blown out by lightning. So we'll get you that official score in a moment.
I think it was Getty.
Yeah, we're gonna go with Getty with that goal, number 9, and then Salesianum wins the faceoff and has possession again. And just like that, it's a 3-3 game.
Yeah, we said how big that goal was right before the halftime, and then since the second half, Sally's has had the only possession time. They're very patient on that first offensive set. And, anytime they shot, they had someone behind to keep possession, and then they finally put it in. And now they get the ball here. And now it's Sally's doing what Cape did in the first half. It's just possession time.
Yeah, and we spoke about it before in the state championship game. This is exactly how it went. And just like that, Salesianum is up 4-3. What a shot there. That's a lefty rocket from the far side of the field. And now this time, I think he wanted to make sure that I was correct at some point. Drew Mata, number 5, did score.
Yep, that was a rocket.
So that's Mata's second goal of the game. He looked up here and he said, don't worry, I will score. And now 4-3 with 9:16 remaining in the third quarter. And just like that, Salesianum's up. And the all-important face-off. Once again, Salesianum wins the rake, but caught on the exit. But they'll still possess the ball. As Rocco Pompey.
3 for 3 on face-offs here to start the second half for Sally's.
Yeah, that's big. So far, Cape Henlopen with only a single face-off win in the entire game. Mason Jack with that face-off win. And now Salesianum starts the offense. They're going to cycle, and there's Nuri who just made that beautiful pass on the previous goal.
Right now they're just putting so much pressure on this Cape defense because they've had it so far for this whole quarter.
Cape's defense, which did such a good job in that first half. And then there's Trench, who had an amazing first half with his first big save of this half. And now Cape will try to finally set up their offense. And this will be the first time with 8 minutes remaining that they're able to set up their offense. And Smith is just moving down the sideline there very fast.
Yeah, wasn't he? Oh, my God.
Wow.
He showed his speed there, Craig.
Yeah, I mean, the Salesianum defense is some of the fastest in the country, if in the state, if not the country. And he was boogieing past them. And now he's got it down at X. There's Smith down at X. Up top to Grabsky. The other Smith will clear through, and Grabsky's got a matchup up top that he liked with a long pole, but he'll get rid of it. Now there's Smith with the shorty matchup, trying to beat the short stick, and he can't. Now a move to the middle. He's got an open shot there. He's hit high. No call. And that ball will go out, and Smith will take it back from X. But a great drive there by Ryan Morgan.
Yeah, I'm with you, Craig. I was looking for the flag, but they thought the check was good.
Now the ball will go back the other way. Salesianum possesses. And easy clear there is basically just runs up the middle. Does O'Keefe. Now O'Keefe will get rid of it to Strohmeyer. And Strohmeyer will take it back to X.
This kind of reminds me of last year's game a little bit, except Cape had the 4-goal lead at halftime.
Yeah.
This is kind of how the third quarter went. Sally just kind of won possession after possession.
Yeah, this game almost a mirror image. Sally's making the adjustments that they need to at halftime, and Cape trying to adjust to those adjustments in the third quarter. There's Richard Jewell. Nice spin move back to the left hand. We'll pass it back up top. And now Nuri will take it out on the wing. Nuri patiently moving up top. He always has his eyes moving across the field, looking for a goal scorer. And now the underhand shot, Nuri puts that one in. Low to high. Beautiful goal by Brennan Nuri.
Craig, you were calling for it. You said you noticed in the first half a lot of shots low, and Trench was doing a great save. There they go low to high. Change that eye level a little bit. First of all, I don't know if any goalie would have saved that. That thing had some serious mustard on it. It made Mike Lang's pretzel jealous.
Well, we all know about Mike Lang's pretzel habits.
Wouldn't be a lacrosse game if we didn't get Mike Lang's pretzel habits involved somehow.
Well, and now a little delay here before the face-off, as it is 5-3 Salesianum. And once again, now that's a decent exit there by Salesianum just to play it back there.
Oh, he's smart, right? They won the face-off, and the best clear was the goalie.
Yeah, best option there was to clear it all the way back to the goalie, and now they're able to set up their offense
but now
easily.
Four
Just
for four face-offs here in the third quarter. And Cape's only had maybe 15, 30 seconds of possession time in the offensive zone.
Just a completely different game right now as Salesianum is up 5-3. And then there's Nuri with an opportunity again. A great pass underneath to Getty, and he scores it. Right now, Nuri is taking over this game.
Yeah, and then a late flag came down. I think it was a check to Getty as he scored the goal. So I don't know how that goes, Craig. Do they wave that off sometimes?
It will depend on the actual penalty itself.
So let's see if anyone goes over to the box for Cape.
I do see a defender in the box for Cape, so Salesianum will get the goal and also the flag.
So there would be no face-off, right? Sally's will just have possession. Oh, there we go.
Sally's will possess. Oh, you heard that too?
Yeah.
That's what I was working with before. I didn't know what was going on.
I had no sound in my for a while, but
yeah,
we're sitting so close to each other. I didn't need it, but
exactly. Well, I was doing the same thing. That's why I was kind of pointing to the headset. I was like, "What's going on here?" So you guys get to join us here for our tech issues sometimes. We had no sound in the headset for a while. Hopefully you guys heard us. And now Salesianum circles on offense after they scored. They're up 6-3. Now with an opportunity on their deadly EMO to go up 7-3. Pass. Oh, the high jump shot there by Mata. Goes begging, but Getty will get it from behind. And now Nuri, who's just having a brilliant game, decides that's a heat check shot right there.
Yeah.
With the heat check shot, and it is 6-3. They will retain. I think there's only a second left on the penalty, if I'm reading that correctly.
Waiting for a restart here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the delay is here on the restart.
He's pushing him back. There we go.
And now we will restart. I don't see...
the guy's still kneeling down in the box. So.
But the penalty appears to have elapsed on the clock. And that ball goes begging again, but Getty will get it from behind. Now Salesianum starting the cycle. Nice move, but Cape's defense solid. Nuri once again with a great look, and what a shot there by Getty. The jump shot high to the top right corner, and that's going to be a hat trick for Getty. His third goal of the game puts Salesianum up by 4.
I believe all 3 in this quarter, right, Craig? So, I mean, he's got 3 of the 5 goals here in this third quarter. And so Sally's get the goal and the penalty and then score on their next possession with the penalty.
Now we're going to get a timeout here.
I think that's a good timeout, but it kind of reminds me of that state championship game at Cesar Rodney. Of course, that we had a lightning delay. But once that game got going, Cape jumped out to that A4 lead, and then the third quarter was all Sally's. And same thing here today. 5 goals in the first about 7.5 minutes here of the third quarter. And Getty with the hat trick alone just in this quarter, he's been outstanding as he's putting his name into that 302's chain. But I'll tell you what, it's kind of that's why I think this is a good timeout for Cape. Normally you like to save that for possessions and stuff, to save possessions. But right now, Sally's has all the momentum. And you talked about it at the end of the half, Craig. Cape had possession, had a chance to go up 4-1 to close out the half. An errant pass at the end of the half. And Sally's goes back and capitalizes, gets the goal right before a halftime. And then they just came out here in the second half and have had all the momentum. Starts in the face-off circle, and that's most times when you play Sally's, that's the losing battle. So how do you find your ways around it? You have to get the loose balls on the face-offs. You have to do the exit thing. I thought they did that great in the first half. Sally's has made the adjustments here in the second half, and it's I'll tell you what, it's been a great second half for Sally's, and Cape's got to find something. Their defense has been playing the whole quarter on this side of the field. Their offense needs to take some of that pressure off this defense.
Absolutely, and to your point, it has been just a mirror image of that state championship game last year, minus the 4-goal lead for Cape. And right now, Salesianum just pouring it on. Cape trying to do anything to stay in this game. And right now, nobody exiting this face-off as Salesianum comes up with the loose ball. Rocco Pompey, once again, does the dirty work. And now Nuri almost just walked in.
You could hear the Cape fans in front of us like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Like, what's happening?
Somebody better get on him. And they did.
Nuri almost just walked in to the goal. But
I thought Nuri made a smart decision when the Cape defender got to him just to pull back out. You have the 4-goal lead.
Now, Strohmeyer working his way across the formation. That's over to Mata. Mata up top to Nuri. Up top to Strohmeyer, who just blasts it past Trench high. And once again, they're starting to attack him high, and the goals are starting to come in bunches.
Yeah, that went top quarter. He put that in the upper 90. And there was no chance of stopping that one. And they really have I was trying to look over there to see if they did an RKO celebration over there. The Sally's with their celebrations on the sideline are crazy. But great, again. All started with another face-off win, Craig.
Yeah, another face-off win. And a rocket there from the top. That looked like my nephew Josh throwing from third base to first. with that rocket, and that one goes top right.
That's where Mama keeps the Thin Mints.
And now Salesianum with another face-off win and setting up the offense again right now. Oh, and I'm not even sure what just happened.
That was top corner.
Just walked in and popped it in the top corner when I thought it went on the outside.
Can't see the number of for you, Craig.
But just like that, 7 goals in 9 minutes. And that's going to be, let's see, that was Drew Mata. And that's going to be a hat trick for Mata. So 2 players with hat tricks.
I'll tell you what, that was another.
It was almost like a phantom shot.
Yeah, I mean, it was top corner. Nothing you could do about it.
And they're starting to beat Trench High.
Yeah.
I spoke a little about it in the first half, and it seems to be what Salesianum is pressing on in the second half. And now almost what's called a plunger move there as it pops out forward and you get the fast break. That was a great play there by Tara Borelli, the face-off man for Salesianum.
Great save by Trench.
But right now,
Cape can't clear the ball when they do get the ball.
All out of sorts, and now here comes Short with a 2-on-1. He'll shoot it himself, and he just airmails that one. He had a guy on the doorstep. Smith was on the doorstep, but he decides to shoot that one, and he did have a guy back at X, so they'll retain possession.
But Cape needs a goal in the worst way. Get these fans that are here on their feet.
Great. Oh, what a save by Garrity. That was...
Oh, he's pumped, and he should be. That was a 10-bell save.
Look at him. He's pumping his hands. He's pumping
Wow.
his fists, jumping up and down. That was a point-blank, easy goal for Cape. And Garrity slides across the crease and makes a diving save. I mean, you just don't see those in lacrosse all the time.
No, that's a top play, ESPN, if you're listening. That's a top play of the day.
We're going to have to submit that one. And now Cape finally with possession with 2 minutes left in this quarter, trying to get something going. Smith from X. He'll dodge back in. Had an opportunity. He was double-teamed. He's got a shot. And Garrity again with another save.
And then he jumps from stayed in the crease, but jumps with the stick to secure possession. He's all
over the place
Yep.
right now. And like we said, we're talking about Trench with an early player of the game nominee. Well, Garrity putting his name in that hat too. And now, Salesianum will wait for the substitutions. Everybody has jumped over the boards, and now Salesianum slowing things down in no hurry at all with a 6-goal lead with 1 minute remaining in the third quarter.
Yeah, you don't have to rush if you're Salesianum.
They are in no rush at all, slowing things down, having a cup of coffee. Now with 30 seconds left, they'll try to finish off this fantastic quarter where they poured in 7 goals.
Let's see if they do what Cape
should have done.
Yeah, hold play for the last shot.
They waited for 20 seconds on the clock. That's exactly what Cape did, too.
And
this is
same result.
Same result.
Now can Cape answer?
Oh, he did not see the man on his backside in Alt House. That's
Yeah,
going to be a push.
I was to say, I think that's a foul.
Yeah, that's going to be either a cross-check or a push with possession. That's a shame because there's only 2 seconds left.
Yeah.
Probably was not going to make it to the net, but Now Cape will start the fourth quarter with an EMO opportunity.
And if you hold on to the ball here, you don't start with the face-off, right? You can just start with possession.
He'll start with possession as long as he steps into the box in the first 2 seconds, which he's right there, so it shouldn't be an issue. Although Salesianum, as you see, is going to try to make it American Gladiator style. And he steps in. And so, Cape Henlopen with, Salesianum with a barrage on Cape Henlopen.
7-0 that quarter.
7-0 to make it 9-3 in the game, and just a dominant effort by Salesianum in that quarter.
Yeah, it was the quarter that Sally's won it, and you could tell, they dominated offensively, and then when they had to, Garrity made 2 excellent saves, including a Sports Center, if you're listening to me, a top 10 play of the day. I don't think you'll get anything better in the NBA or NHL tonight, but that was a great save, and I'll tell you what, that's now if you're Cape, you got to go, and now it's your turn to make adjustments here in the fourth quarter. They got to get back to getting pressure on the Sally's offense. Seems like Sally's had all day there passing in that third quarter.
Yeah, what a difference between watching that first half and then watching that third quarter with Cape's not just defense, the whole team, the whole strategy, everything. It seemed like Salesianum made all the adjustments and Cape couldn't handle it. Again, a mirror image of the state championship game last year.
Yeah, absolutely. And, except this time Cape didn't have a 4-goal lead. It was only 1, so the 7-0 difference now makes it a 6-goal Sally's lead going into the fourth quarter. And it's, like I said, that's not an easy task when you're playing other teams. Now you're playing a team that's ranked nationally in the rankings, and you got to try and find a way to outscore them by 6 here in the fourth quarter.
When you've only scored 3
for the whole game.
So this is a tall task for the Vikings of Cape Henlopen.
The key is Cape's going to start this quarter on the man up without a face-off, where they've been struggling on the face-off. So now they just get the possession. I hate to say it, this is a must-score man-up advantage if you're Cape.
I'd say so, especially since it's only a 30-second penalty, too. You got to work quickly. Run your old 4 in a box with 2 in the center. And that ball goes begging. And he's unable to save it. They're going to do a little man ball drill in the corner. I think that's our blind spot. And
I heard the whistle.
Yeah, they're going to give it to Salesianum, and that's going to do it for the penalty. So just like that, they kill off the penalty very easily with no opportunity.
And there goes that Pompey again. He just running over people, Craig. I've never seen that. I don't need someone to pass it to. I'll just take it myself.
He just trucked about 3 people, Rocco Pompey did, on the side. I'm surprised he didn't crush somebody on his way to the sideline as he goes off. What? I mean,
he reminded me of Jerome Buss.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Just get out of my way.
Doing the dirty work, just throwing people out of the way. That was impressive, and it's about the 3rd time he's done it in this game. And now Drew Mata with a great dodge, starting the offense. Up top, Nuri fires it. He's feeling it right now as he's had a great game right now. I think Brennan Nuri might be at the top of the list for this 302 sports chain that is so coveted up here in the booth with us right now. Now there's Strohmeyer. Over to Donahue. Back to Strohmeyer. Strohmeyer to Nuri. Nuri to Getty. They're going to play a little bit of catch right now, certainly in no hurry. Oh, a good look there by Nuri. But I think that was Althouse on the doorstep there that couldn't handle the pass.
That's where Nuri's been impressed. His passing game today has been tremendous.
Well, we know his older brother Rowan was certainly one of the best passers in the history of the Salesianum lacrosse program, so he's working with the best, that's for sure. And now Cape with possession, trying to set something up. There's Short clearing through. He has a shorty matchup if they are able to get him the ball. That was Grant Conway slipping, but maintaining possession, and he'll go back to X. Oh, and they're going to call a ward on Conway as he warded off the stick with his offhand, which you cannot do in the sport of lacrosse. So possession will go to Salesianum. And now he's doing his best Pompey impression.
But he left the ball without him.
Yeah.
He almost had it. He almost did it.
Aiden O'Keefe almost did it, but he left the ball behind him. He almost did the Pompey impression. And now Smith with it.
And it was Sally's who struggled to score goals in the first half. They didn't have one until late in the second quarter. Cape went the whole third quarter without a goal, and now the first 3 minutes here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. It's been a tale of runs from both of these teams. Now we have a midi coming on.
Sally's has scored 9 of the last 10 when you think about it, trailing 2-0, and then 3-1.
Midi coming on. Now he's going to be double teamed.
This Sally's defense is just elite.
It is. It's not just best in the state elite, it's best in the country elite.
They held the number 2 team in the country to 8 goals in their opener.
Yeah, that was incredible. That was an incredible performance. Now Grabsky trying to do something on this defense, but, I mean, they're just like a wall. It almost feels like when you watch them, they're only really outputting like 80%. You feel like if you watch them at 100%, it's a different ball game. And now the pass from Short, up top, spin move, nothing there. And Nemchik had to rethink his strategy. Now there's Grabsky, down low to Smith. Oh, what a shot there. And that might get them going. Carter Nemchik, absolute rocket of a shot, finally beats Garrity. And the what's the cold spell, as we'll call it, is finally over, and they get on the board in this fourth quarter. It is 9-4, but they still have a lot of work to do.
I was just saying that what a great job by the Sally's defense, forcing Cape and to hold the ball and not get many looks, and then all of a sudden, what a look and what a great shot.
And a great pass by Smith as well.
Absolutely.
Second assist of the game. Now let's see what they can do on the face-off here. Oh, there's the old plunger move push by Salesianum. They almost had a fast break.
That's the second time I've heard you say the word plunger.
Yeah. So it's basically, it's almost like you clamp it, and when you push it forward, so basically it goes past the guy that you're trying to contend with on a face-off, and it pops out. So it's, they call it a plunger move. Or at least they did in my day. I wonder if they still call it that. I'll get emails being like, no one calls it that anymore.
That's the old school.
It was always the rake move, the plunger move, the push, the jam. Those were the 4. And now Salesianum. Oh, defensive. Oh, he had a long stick, but Trench with the beautiful save. I was wondering who that was with the long stick that took that shot. I think it's Ratura. And now a 2-on-1. Pass underneath. Got to beat Getty. And he saves
Oh, what a
save.
That was one on the goaltender. And that's a big save. Remember that save, because that would have cut it to 5 with 6:40 to play.
What a save by Garrity. He's still back here pumped up.
Yeah.
Showing to the crowd. Hands in the air. And there he is. I don't know. I was about to say, I guess our cameraman was on that part of the action. But we were just saying, Mike Lang has just joined us here in the booth. We were saying Mike Garrity was back here pumped up, pumping his fist, jumping up and down after that save. Yeah. It was incredible. He's had about 2 10-bell saves.
I barely caught up with the camera. Two saves that I would say Sports Center top 10 plays today.
I mean, when you go in 1-0 on a lacrosse goalie, that's got to be a goal.
Yeah. And like I said, that cuts it to 5 with 6. At the time, there was 6:45 to play.
Yeah, and it would have been 9-5.
Yeah, so
you would have been within 4 goals.
Yeah. Mike Lang's going to win the 50-50. And then he's going to buy yellow mustard for his pretzels.
He's going to buy pretzels. Pretzels for everybody if Mike Lang wins the 50-50.
Pretzels for everybody.
It'd actually be more than what he wins in the 50-50.
Yeah.
He'll end up paying.
Yeah, it's
oh, that's true.
Yeah, I had to get gas yesterday, and it was almost it was like 4:39. It was incredible. It's like, what happened?
It is well,
I know what happened.
we're waiting for that Strait of Hormuz to open.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what. I got to thank Jason Winchell and Mike Lang for driving down here to do this game with me. As I yes, it's waiting for me. I was about to say they had a long drive as I'm staying.
I was going to ask you
across the street at the Bed and Breakfast.
I was going to ask you where was a quick place to grab something to bite to eat, but we saw a Buffalo Wild Wings at Milford, and that's on our way home, so maybe we'll hit there.
That might be the winner.
Yeah.
There's also one in Rehoboth, but you'd have to go like 5 minutes back.
Yes.
But here we are in beautiful Lewis, Delaware. Once again, thank you for joining us at 302 Sports. Thank you to the Bray Bed and Breakfast for hosting me while I stay down here. And now, Salesianum trying to finish off this impressive game. They have 6 minutes left and a 5-goal lead. Make that a 6-goal lead. As let's see who put that one in. That is number 5. Mata. And that's going to be his 4th of the game. And that was fed by Nuri again, his 4th assist of the game. And what a you talk about changes in momentum and the feel of the game when it could have been 9-5 with 7 minutes remaining. Garrity makes that incredible save, and then it's 10-4 coming the other way. It's just, it changes everything.
And Sally's wins another loose ball.
And they're going to set it up again. And this second half has just been all Salesianum. They just possessed the ball, and Cape had a lot of opportunities in that first half, but Garrity shut them down a few times, and they only got 3 goals out of it. The 4th was waved off. And now only 1 goal here in this second half.
And he's made two great saves here in the second half, so he's been good. And I'll tell you what, it's Sally's seems whatever was said at halftime worked.
Absolutely, and they've done this a few times against Cape, and now they're going to take their time. There's Richard Jewell.
And what a great crowd here tonight, Craig. People at home can't see it because that's section on the other side's closed, but right in front of us, man, it has been a big crowd.
Yeah, thank you for mentioning that. Actually, from our angle, you can only see the closed visitor side, but this home side is packed. In fact, it's standing room only in some parts.
Yeah.
And it is just a great crowd here for a great lacrosse game. This is our first lacrosse game of the season, so we're pumped to be able to do it, and thank you for joining us. And now, Cape desperately trying to stay in this with under 5 minutes to go, and Brenner Short trying to do it by himself, doing his best Pompey impression.
And maybe we need to contact Archmer and see if we could do that CR Archmer game for our next lacrosse game.
I think that's definitely a winner. We'll have to talk to our buddy Nick.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be a problem.
No. And now, Cape, a shot from the point, but that one goes wide. Smith is backing it up, though. Now we have a timeout call in the field by Cape Henlopen. They're down by 6 with 4 minutes remaining.
That should be their last timeout. The only thing left for us to decide, maybe in the last 4 minutes, is to see who deserves that 302 chain.
Well, right
Player
now,
of the game presented by Delaware Army.
right now, the two people at the top of my list are Nuri and Garrity. Garrity hasn't had as much work because the second half has been not as much action down his side.
But he had those two big saves.
Two huge saves that certainly changed momentum. But then we have Brennan Nuri on the other side, who has 2 goals and 4 assists.
Yeah.
And has just been mastering that offense and manning that offense perfectly for the Sows.
It seems like they made a change in the first quarter and a half. He was behind the net. The second, the remaining 3 minutes of the second quarter and all of the second half, he's been outside, and I think that's made a difference.
Oh, I agree.
With you, so I don't know if it was a coaching adjustment or just a thought of changing something up because nothing was working early in the game, and that has changed the title here a little bit in the second half.
And isn't it funny? Although I guess it's more than anything else, it just makes me feel old when we were watching Rowan Nuri for all those years play at X and master that position. And we had heard of his brother Brennan, but now he's up just being a beast on this side. It's fun to watch. It's fun to watch the cycle of talent that comes through Salesianum. And another save by Garrity, and Sally's will go the other way. 3:25 remaining. They're certainly not going to be in a hurry. Nice little loft pass there over the top to Dante Rutura. Now it's down to Mata. Mata waiting for the long pole to get off, and now Althouse will take his position. Salesianum now at a snail's pace by design. Playing some switch-up games there as they're switching some attack with D and middies, going back and forth since they know Cape's playing a man defense. It's an interesting strategy to set up plays.
Yeah, and if you're Sally's, you don't have to be in a hurry because you got the lead.
They were desperately trying to get Strohmeyer the ball, but he was being face guarded. Face guarded actually pretty well there by Marshall Keys of the Cape Henlopen Vikings. And then there's the pass back. Double team not coming as the short stick rolls off to cover Getty. And now Sally's just ticking the time away. Now you do, at one point, you do have to stay in the box as they will call.
Yes, absolutely. I was just going to say, when did they normally do the last 2 minutes?
2 minutes. So he will have to stay in the box.
And they'll tell him, they'll say, get in the box, stay in the box.
Correct. So you won't be able to stretch and just run back to midfield. You'll have to stay in that box, which is tough to see on the screen since it's on a football field. But it is that blue part, if you can see that, at the 30-yard line.
And they kind of let them come out, which I'm surprised.
Yeah, they haven't. They're not even really calling for a delay game here. So I guess they're gonna. Salesianum's gonna take advantage of it. Now Drew Mata. Nice little pass. He's got somebody on the back door if he wants it. But they're going to continue to just pass the ball around. A minute 12 remaining with a 6-goal lead. And an easy bouncing goal as they tried to bring people out to double team. And that's going to pretty much do it here at Cape Henlopen. Salesianum up 11-4 with 59 seconds remaining.
11-1 run since it was 3-1 Cape Henlopen.
Just dominance by Salesianum in this second half. You know, we talked about it a little in the first half, how Sally's made a blitz in the state championship game in the second half against Cape Henlopen. And then they just went ahead and did the exact same thing here today, almost a mirror image game. So if these two face each other in the state title game again, which is likely, they're going to have to come up with a different strategy.
It'll be interesting, though, Craig, because both of their tough schedules might have them on the same side of the draw, seeding-wise, when it comes to the point system. We'll have to wait and see till when that's announced, I believe, on May 16th.
Which would be interesting because we call that the Archmere effect. They always seem to be on just the worst side of the state title tournament for the boys. And let's see if that happens to one of these teams and they meet before the state championship. That would be interesting. 20 seconds left. Thanks again for joining us here. Jason and I were just talking about possibly Archmere and Caesar Rodney. That might be the next lacrosse game that we do. Do you know the date of that game?
No, but I think it's a weekday, which means it might be at 4 o'clock at Archmere, so we would have to make sure we have some people, but
we'll have to check into that.
All right.
This game ends 11-4 as Salesianum rushes the field. Garrity is saluting
Craig,
the crowd.
How about co-players of the game? Garrity,
I'm going to go
and
Nuri.
And Nuri.
We'll go Garrity and Nuri. We could maybe we'll try to get an interview with both. Oh no! Oh gosh, Getty goes down in the it was almost like the running of the bulls there. But now they'll line up and they'll shake hands after a celebration with their fans here on the near sideline. But I agree with you, Jason. Let's go with co-players of the game with Garrity and Nuri. So congratulations to both of them on a phenomenal game. I'm almost lost for words with some of those saves by Garrity.
Yeah,
So I'll go down and I'm going to try to grab Jacob
Garrity. We'll take a commercial.
Yeah, we'll take a commercial break in the meantime. We're going to go track down those gentlemen and we'll have a conversation with them shortly. Be right back after these messages.
I think I've always known he was going to do something like this. He did not want to do active duty because he wants to do college first. I think that was the biggest thing for him, instead of waiting and then doing college after.
One of the differences I noticed when he came back from basic training, he was more organized in how he's going about things a little bit. I know he commented that a lot of things his classmates would do that it didn't bother him before, but now he realizes, because he's been outside of high school, I think maybe he's a little more responsible.
He's thinking about his future a lot more. He talks about it and the different possibilities. And he mentioned the ROTC program as well. And he said, I could graduate as an officer. And so I was kind of excited when he mentioned that he could do that as well.
I would just tell people, if their son or daughter was considering the National Guard, that I think it's a great opportunity. I think it's something that can really help somebody grow. And at the same time, you're serving your country, which is a great thing too. So I think it's a good opportunity.
Get the assurance that your HVAC system is what you need with Ambience. Ambience provides you with over 25 years of experience in the heating, cooling, and plumbing industry. The team at Ambience Heating and Air Conditioning provides high-quality residential HVAC installations, maintenance, and repairs in new and older homes in the Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania tri-state area. You may not realize it, but half of your energy costs go to heating and cooling. Make sure your energy dollars count and call us today for a free estimate. 302-239-HVAC. 302-239-4822.
Turn your vision into a reality with Capstone Homes Design Center, bringing personalization, luxury, and quality all into one location, where you'll meet with our certified design consultant that'll show you exactly what you're choosing, so you can make the best choice for you when designing your new home. From first home to vacation houses, we build and design homes for everyone. Set up your appointment now and design your dream home today at Capstone Homes.
Wraps, signs, banners, and promotional items that can help your business stand out from the rest. Looking for an excellent way to convey a professional image? Customized promotional products are the perfect way to target new customers, increase employee retention, and boost your brand awareness. Let the professionals at Cassidy Graphics bring your advertising ideas to life. Give them a call today at 302-326-2412. Again, that number is 302-326-2412. Again, Cassidy Graphics brings your advertising ideas to life.
First State Orthopedics has 46 physicians and 22 physician's assistants at 16 locations across the state of Delaware. We provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for a variety of orthopedic conditions, are specially trained in current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physicians for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to all local emergency departments, medical aid units, and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Give us a call today at 302-731-2888 or visit us online at firststateortho.com. First State Orthopedics has 46 physicians and 22 physician's assistants at 16 locations across the state of Delaware. We provide both surgical and non-surgical treatment for a variety of orthopedic conditions, are specially trained in current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physicians for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to all local emergency departments, medical aid units, and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Give us a call today at 302-731-2888 or visit us online at firststateortho.com.
Matt's Fish Camp has 3 locations, all conveniently located on Route 1 in Lewis, Bethany Beach, and Fenwick Island. Matt serves fresh seafood, coastal classics, and Sussex County comfort food. With an array of camp cocktails, craft ales, and a carefully selected wine list, there's something for everyone on the menu. Matt's is the place you can bring your family for dinner, grab lunch during the week, or hang with friends at happy hour. Each location offers unique outdoor dining and a raw bar featuring fresh, local oysters. Open daily for lunch and dinner. Stop into Matt's Fish Camp in Lewis, Bethany, or Fenwick.
Paint Doctor, making house calls for your sick walls. Richard C. Edwards Jr., the owner of Paint Doctor, started it all in 2002. Paint Doctor prides itself on its personal yet professional approach to working with customers and holds itself to the highest standards with all projects. The Paint Doctor staff follows one main objective when performing our services. Customers and their homes are treated with the utmost respect. Our workmanship and quality of personnel is demanded at every step of the project. We treat your home as we would expect someone to treat ours. Preparation before painting is paramount. Just open the door and we will handle the rest. Paint Doctor also believes in a strong community involvement as well by supporting several local sporting teams, leagues, and schools. Paint Doctor services include interior and exterior painting as well as carpentry. Please visit our website at paintdoctorpainting.com for information or coupons to help with your next job.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
The Clubhouse at Baywood is a full-service restaurant and premier wedding and event venue in coastal Delaware. Located just a few miles from Lewis and Rehoboth Beach, this all-inclusive venue features breathtaking views, stunning indoor and outdoor spaces, and a team of professionals to help you plan your dream wedding. From our in-house florist to our award-winning culinary team, we will take care of everything, making sure your day will be one to remember. Reach out today to schedule your tour at Baywood.
From Fenwick Island to Middletown, Surf Bagel is your go-to spot for fresh baked bagels and good vibes. We're open daily from 6:30 a.m. to 2 p.m., serving up breakfast and lunch favorites like our specialty wraps, made-to-order salads, tasty smoothies, and locally roasted coffee. Be sure to check out our iconic merch, the perfect way to wear the beach life wherever you go. Dine in and enjoy the beach atmosphere, or grab your order to go and hit the road. We're stoked to serve you soon.
Turn your vision into a reality with Capstone Homes Design Center, bringing personalization, luxury, and quality all into one location, where you'll meet with our certified design consultant that'll show you exactly what you're choosing, so you can make the best choice for you when designing your new home. From first.
And we are back. Craig is going to take us with the interviews for the players of the game. Thank you to Craig Laskowski for doing the interviews with both players, and that will conclude our broadcast here tonight. So for Mike Lang, Craig Laskowski, I'm Jason Winchell. Thank you for joining us, and don't forget, we will have more games coming up for you this season.